Hey everyone, it's your boy Matt, and in today's video I'll be doing my post Ghost from the Past 2 case unboxing analysis. So I did one for Battle of Chaos, and for those of you who saw my video drop yesterday, I did a Ghost from the Past 2 case unboxing, where I basically opened 200 packs, got 1,000 cards from the set. I spent all of last night after I did my video, basically just sorting through my cards and making sure that I got an accurate count of everything I pulled. So I'm a numbers guy, as some of you may know. So I'd like to track almost everything I do, especially Yu-Gi-Oh related, in a spreadsheet. So yeah, here's a spreadsheet showing what I pulled from Ghost from the Past. So just like in the Battle of Chaos one, we have a few columns. So set number, card name, rarity, expected pulls. So expected pulls is how many cards did I like copies of this card did I expect to see, pulled from this case. So the way I calculated this is we have 200 packs with 5 ultra rares each. There's 174 unique ultra rares, right? So if I pull 1,000 ultra rares and we assume that each ultra rare is the same pull ratio, which you'll soon see it is absolutely not. How many of each card should I expect to pull? Now, this is a law of large numbers thing, so the more cards and packs you open, the closer you should expect to be to the expected value, right? So think of it as like an average. So if you have 1,000 ultra rares and 174 unique ultra rares, you expect to pull 5.74 or 5.75 copies of each ultra rare. So that means that most cards you will I pull, I will expect to see 6 copies of, and about maybe a third of that number I should expect to see 5 copies of. So I should be seeing 5 to 6 copies per ultra rare. That's what I expect to see. Now what I actually pulled is in this column here, and then I have a difference and a weighted difference. Weighted difference is weighted taking into account um, the actual raw pull number. Then I have the low price of the card, the average price of the card, the total value, and the average value. Low price and average price, these values were pulled from YugiOhPrices.com. They might not have all like the most up-to-date numbers, but I do have an online version of the spreadsheet that pulls from the YugiOhPrices.com API. So these are relatively accurate, right? And obviously, the prices of these things change every day. So as you're watching this video, it's possible that like most of these prices dropped. So anyway, yeah. And then in the weighted difference, I color code these red and green. Red means that a certain card severely underperformed in terms of, the stronger the red, the more it underperformed in terms of pull rate, or like what I pulled versus what I expect to pull. And green means I overperformed. So as you can see, there's a lot of red on the spreadsheet. The only really strong green one is is this one here. So yeah, so let's let me see if I can do an average here. Actually, I think that would be very useful to see the average diff here. So G2 to G. Alright, so on average I overperformed, but this is mostly due to the ghost rares, right? So this number here being greater than 0 means that I overall overperformed the average person, right? But yeah, that's primarily due to the ghost rares. But if you ignore the ghost rares, then I severely underperformed. So let's get into why. So if you expect to see 5 to 6 copies of each card, right? Then that means that you hope that you have a playset of every card, right, in the game, except the ghost rares, obviously, because the ghost rares are hard to come by. Ghost rares are supposed to be 3 per case, according to some online number, but I pulled 5 in my case, which you might say, oh, that's good, right? But if you actually look at the ultra rares, it's actually quite bad. So that's why there's a lot of red here. So for example, one thing, if you watched my unboxing video, one thing that was really, I don't know, frustrating me for most of the unboxing was that it took me a long time to see my first Aluber. In fact, Where are Lubers? So I pulled exactly 3 Lubers when I expected to pull 5 or 6 of them. Compare that to like Despian Tragedy and Despian Kami. I pulled 9 Despian Kami, 8 Despian Tragedy, right? Um, like I pulled 2 Redbeard, the Plunder Patrol Matey, right? When I expected to pull 5 or 6 of them. Um, yeah, so some of these extremely underperform. I pulled 2 Ghost Rick Mummies, but I pulled 10 Ghost Rick Jiangxis, right? Jiangxis. I pulled 12 Vision Hero Ferris and 3 Vision Hero Increase, right? Both of them are ultra rare, right? So why is there such a huge difference? I don't like, and that's the thing that really annoys me about Konami is that they're not honest. They're not an honest company with integrity, right? Um, like they straight up lied and said that they weren't gonna short print, right? But it's very very clear that cards got short printed, and even when I opened my Battle of Chaos um, case, there was also a huge difference where like it was very clear some cards were short printed, and like it's okay if you short print, although I personally don't think short printing is okay, but if you're going to short print, at least be honest about it. Just tell us the truth. Don't be slimy and deceitful. Just don't. Like, tell us what we're getting, Konami. Like, if you say a set, oh, every pack has a chance to pull 5 ultra rare among 174 unique ultra rares, right? The implication there, given that every card is, when you think about it rarely, like ultra rare, right? You see 5 ultra rares per pack. There's 174 ultra rares. You expect that all 174 of those ultra rares have an equal shot of being in those five slots of the pack, right? That's what you expect, right? Why? Because they're ultra rares. If I was expecting to see 3 Alubers and like 10 Chorus in the Sky or 13 Alter Guys failovers, then you should make a Luber a secret rare, right? It should not be the same rarity in the same set if the pull rate is so freaking different. You just shouldn't do that. Like that's just a combination of false advertising and just like super shady and sketchy business practices, right? I'm so disappointed that I opened a case. I spent $600 on a case, right? Why did I buy a case? Like because there were a lot of cards in the set that I wanted, right? I wanted the DD cards. I wanted the Plunder Patrol cards. I wanted the Tennies. I wanted the Ghost Ricks. I wanted the Vision Heroes. Obviously, I want Manju. I want it for my Dark Magician. Like there's so many cards that I wanted in the set. That's why I bought this case rather than buying the singles. And obviously I wanted the Ghost Rares, right? Who doesn't want Ghost Rares, right? So yeah, if I do a calculation, right, I paid $600 something, and according to these numbers, right? So these numbers, low price of the card, average price of the card, right? Pulled from YuGiOhPrices.com, and like why Yu-Gi-Oh! Price is not TCG Player? Well, TCG Player, as far as I know, doesn't have an easily accessible API that any random person can just use. By the way, if you know how to access the TCG Player API, comment down in the comment section down below because I think it might be slightly more useful than Yu-Gi-Oh! Prices. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Prices allegedly, pulls data from TCG Player, Troll and Toad, eBay, etc. Right? So if these numbers are correct, which I believe, like is the Ghost Rare Blue Eyes $250? That sounds right. Is the sorry, whoa, what is this? 240. What? Oh yeah. Is the red so is the Ghost Rare Blue Eyes $240? Sounds about right. Is the Ghost Rare Red Eyes about $174? Sounds about right. Is the where is it? The Ghost Rare Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon about $75? These sound about right. So when I actually check the big money cards, yeah, these numbers seem about right. Okay. And yeah. So according to these numbers, I spent about 640. I bought this case from Gamer's Choice using the discount code, right? According to this, I pulled $1,285 worth of card value, right? At the low end. On average, maybe you can say 2,200, but most people buy the low price. But I like to have this average price because it's interesting to see like the differences. But anyway, so yeah, technically I made my money's worth on this case, right? I pulled enough cards that I generated the value. Hell, even from my ghost rares. So let's just sum only the ghost rares that I pulled. So I pulled $632 just in ghost rares, ignoring ultra rares, right? This is literally what I spent on the case, about $630, right? So, yeah, I'm happy in that I got way more ghost rares than I expected. I more than doubled my, or I guess not more than, I essentially doubled the value, the money I put in, right? So great investment. I mean, obviously I have to move, sell, trade these cards, right? And people say, oh, ghost on the price, past two prices are going to crash. They're going to keep crashing and go down. Sure, but I still think I came out on top, right? Money wise. But then when I look at, all right, look at it from the point of view of someone who's like, all right, there are all these cards that I want. I want Dragubion. I want number 60 Dugaras. I want, Fist of the Unrivaled Tenyi, right? I want the Vampire set. I want the Yangzis, right? I want this. I want the Tenyis, right? And then look at this. I pulled two Vishudas, 10 Shitanas, 10 Mapuras, 7 Adharas, right? And 7 Ashunas, right? What's wrong with this ratio? Why is Vishuda, like, I only pulled 2? That's 2 is not even a play set, right? So that means I still got to go out and do the legwork to acquire a third Ultra Rare Vishuda. That's just a pain in the ass. Like, yeah, I'm sure it's like a 50-cent card or a dollar or whatever it is, right? Like, yeah, I'm sure plenty of other people who bought Ghost of the Past have one on hand, and they could probably trade it or sell it to me, right? But the point is, like, I don't want to be spending any more money on Ghost from the Past. I was expecting, outside of Ghost Rares, to buy this set, buy the case of the set, and just have a play set of every card I wanted, right? Like, this set is so good. It has so many good cards that I want, staples, etc. And yet, I look through the numbers and I realize, it's like, oh, I think Ghost Ricks are cool. They're not a great deck, but I think they're cool, right? 2 Ghost Rick Lanterns, 2 Ghost Rick Mummies. Like, what the fuck is up with this, right? So now I have to go out of the way to get the third one, right? I have to find someone, trade or sell, buy or whatever. But I don't want to spend any more money on this set than I've already spent. Like, I expected to put a bunch of money down on this, set, right? And get a playset of every Ultra Rare. That's what I expected. That's what Konami imply with their product, right? Oh, a case contains 1,000 cards. You have 174 unique Ultra Rares you can pull. Why am I not seeing at least 3 of every Ultra Rare, Konami? Please answer me that. Like, okay, maybe you can say, oh, Luber is short printed because it's a big money card. But what about this card right here? I pulled 2 copies of Fist of the Unrivaled Tenyi, right? Why is that short printed? Nobody plays this except maybe a few Blue Eyes players, right? I want this. I wanted a playset of this card. Cyanide Conflict. Our Cybers decks that are they taking over? Like, why can't I get a playset of this, right? There's just so many instances of this. Where it's just like oh, here's a big one. Rose Spectre of the Dun, right? And Mystical Sand. 1 copy. So I got 1,000 cards and I pulled 1 copy of Mystical Sand. How nuts is that? Like, it's just that this is the part that aggravates me, right? When you, like, the whole point of, oh, you say, okay, you buy a pack, with just a few cards, sure, you don't expect to see an even distribution because there's 175 unique Ultra Rares. Fine, like, I buy a pack, it's 5 cards. It could be anything, right? Like, but I bought 1,000 cards, 200 packs, and I was unable to make a playset of every Ultra Rare in the set. I pulled more. Think about it this way. I pulled 2 Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon Ghost Rares, which is great, I mean, if you saw my video yesterday, I complained that, oh, I didn't want to pull a second copy because no deck ever really runs more than one of this. Like, even Blue Eyes decks, right? I'm sure I have friends who are interested in this. I kind of wish I pulled Sphere Mode instead or something else. Fine. 2 copies of Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Okay, a Ghost Rare. And I pulled 1. That's right, 1 copy of Mystical Sand. Mystical Sand, mind you, a fusion monster that has no effect, came out like 10, 15 years ago, right? I guess now the only thing I can think of is like it's a ready fusion target, like whatever, right? But yeah, it's not a meta defining card, Mystical Sand, right? And yet I pulled fewer copies of Mystical Sand than I pulled of Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon Ghost Rare. How crazy is that? It just blows my mind, right? Or like Tenny Spirit Vishuda. Okay, Tenny Spirit Vishuda is good. It's technically in meta, right? 2 copies, right? I had, when I should have pulled like 5 or 6 of them. Equal number of copies as a Ghost Rare Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Crazy. Like it just blows my mind that this is allowed to happen. I know I'm ranting a lot and like I'm supposed to be analyzing, like this is a video analyzing, but like part of the analysis is reflecting on how absolutely insane and like terrible Konami is as a company. It's just mind blowing, right? I bet you if I bought like 50 cases, right, instead of one case, let's say I bought 50 cases, right? Where's Shuvashuda? 50 cases is what? $600. Let's say I spent 600 times 50. That's equivalent to what, $30,000 or something, right? Maybe I'm too angry to do math, right? I would expect to see 50 times five. Let's be generous. Five, just conservative. Just five Vishudas per case, right? Five times 50. Uh, that wow, I'm so dumb. I'm so bad at math right now. 250 Vishudas. I would expect to see, but I would actually pull like what, 130,000 dollars. I don't know. It's just what like law of large numbers has to kick in at some point, right? I like. I mean, I had this very same issue with Battle of Chaos. Remember Battle of Chaos? Go watch my post analysis video there. I bought a case of Battle of Chaos. I pulled two Illusion of Chaos, like Secret Rare, and one Guardian Chimera. It's just when I'm expected to pull like three of them, right? Like now you might think, okay, well, it's like the expected value there is three, right? Like so, yeah, with variance, maybe you can pull one. The expected value here is like five, almost six, and I'm pulling two or one copies of some card. This is insane. Like, I'm not even complaining about the cards where I pulled three. Like, okay, three is a play set. Do I really need more than three? No. But should I have gotten more than three? Yes, right. So I'm not gonna complain about this. You know, but yeah, it sucks, right? Because now I have to go out and actively search for these cards that I'm missing when I didn't want to, right? I wanted to spend money and get almost everything I needed. Like, yeah, I'll go out and buy the Ghost Rares I didn't pull. I still want my Ghost Rare Dark Magician girl, right? I didn't pull it. I'm still going to go out and buy it, right? Makes sense. I did not expect to pull it, right? There was a point 0.3 expected value of me seeing a Dark Magician girl in that case. Fine. Totally reasonable. I'm not salty at all that I did not pull it. Like, would I have been happier if I pulled it? Obviously. But I understand, right? I do not understand pulling two copies of Ishuda or two copies of Redbeard the Plunder Patrol Matey. I don't even play Redbeard, like Plunder Patrols. I just thought, hey, all these Plunder Patrols are getting, reprinted. Be nice to have a playset of everything, right? Seems like an interesting deck, right? Maybe it'll become meta to one day. It like topped the YCS not long ago, right? Pretty cool. Pirates are cool, right? I like the art. It's kind of cute. Couldn't even get a third Redbeard. Why is this short printed? I don't get it. Like, I don't understand the process that goes into making these packs. I really don't. Like, Konami, you really need to fix your shit here. I mean, there's some other cards that I only pulled two copies of Motor Shell, which I don't even know what this card does. Two copies of Performapal Misdirector, like whatever. Like there were some cards I didn't care about that I only pulled two copies. But then I'm just like, I pulled 12 copies of Vision Hero Ferris. All right, good job. Vision Hero Ferris, the reprint everyone's waiting for. All right, we get it. Thank you for the reprint. I appreciate it. I was able to get my playset of Ferris and more, and then some, right? I can now make a hero deck very cheaply, but I want my Redbeard. I want my Fist of the Unrivaled Teddy. I want my Vishuda, right? I paid money expecting to get at least a playset of this, and I didn't get it, right? So, yeah, very, very sad. Sucks when things don't pan out as you would expect, right? But yeah, this is I don't know how the discrepancy can be this high, Konami, but you should really, really fix this. Like, well, hold on, where's Mystic Shine Ball? Mystic Shine Ball is number 40. Yeah, 10 copies of Mystic Shine Ball. Two copies of Outburst Dragon. Right. Two copies of Motor Show, whatever the hell that is, right? Two copies of like it just doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. Like, and if Konami did purposely choose to short print these, why don't you just admit it on your product page, right? Like, or if some cards are going to be short printed or make it harder, aka more rare to pull or to see, make it a higher rarity. Make Aluber a secret. Make Vishuda a secret, right? If you're gonna make it harder to see and more rare anyway, literally up the rarity. That's a whole, like that's what the word rare means, right? Rare means difficult to see, right? Difficult to encounter. So, all right, well, yeah, hopefully I can acquire these last few cards, but yeah, I was really salty after that, as you might have seen in my unboxing video, and I'm still salty today, right? Yeah, it's like Konami giveth and Konami taketh away. Like they made Ghost from Path 2 way better than the first one. They had all these great reprints, and then they still go and pull this shit, right? Why? It's like, all right, we were nice, to their customers. We gave them stuff they want, but let's not, but let's also screw them, right? Like it's in their blood, it's in their genes. They have to find a way to screw you, even when they're actually like going out of the way to do something good and like do something that players want. They have to simultaneously like stick a knife in you. Like I don't know. It's blows my mind that this still happens. Anyway, all right, that's my analysis, I guess. So yeah, I would recommend for those of you who are thinking, oh, should I buy a case or should I buy a case of future products, right? Buy it if you plan to make money, right? If you want to get more bang for your buck, because yeah, buying a case does typically generate more value than what you put in, especially if you pre-order early, right? Like I did. My Battle of Chaos case did generate me more money, even though I only got 2 Illusion of Chaos and 1 Guardian Chimera. I technically did make money off the whole set, right? So yeah, if your goal is to make money, generate value, buying a case early as a pre-sale is worth it. But if your goal is to actually pull, you know, cards that you want, don't buy the case. Just buy the singles, honestly. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed my rant. Yeah, sorry if I came off angry, because I am angry, right? Like, I was, anyway, I don't want to get into it. All right. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I have a bunch more videos coming down the pipeline. See you soon. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.